Hello, this is Paranormal Girl. In the enigmatic Siberia, to the west of Yakutia, an amazing, inexplicable story about some metallic objects that stand out on the ground has been going on for many years. They are strange domes of reddish metal, similar to copper, to which the locals have given the name Vilya Cauldrons. In these unexplored lands near the Vilya River basin, these spherical objects have been seen by many people. The unexplained phenomena that occur around these mysterious metal pieces have become legend. The Cauldrons of Vilya, they are spherical structures that measure between 6 and 9 meters in diameter. They offer the appearance of being buried in the ground, and their edges are very sharp indeed. In the upper central part they have a hole, like a kind of curbstone or a well, which can be accessed by means of a peculiar type stairs on the outside. It is as if they were an access to another world. Those who have entered the well of these spheres have reported that although these structures are surrounded by snow, or outside it is very cold, the temperature inside is warm and very pleasant. These unexplained phenomena occur around these objects similar to cauldrons overturned on the ground. For example, the vegetation grows abnormally, and animals don't like to approach this area, where strangely the earth in some parts presents an enigmatic black colour. In fact, among the inhabitants of this region is the story of a shepherd who lost much of his animals when trying to pass through these black lands. These domes were sighted by residents many centuries ago, and therefore they named this part of the Siberian taiga as the place with the cauldrons. The area where these strange objects are found are very feared by the locals, who affirm that they serve as home to colossal cyclops. There is also the belief that the proximity to these spherical bodies produce a series of ailments and discomforts. Even it's said that those who have the audacity to take refuge there from the cold soon die of strange diseases. Others claim to have experienced a kind of suffocation when approaching these domes. It's as if they lack oxygen. Another interesting point about these domes is that they surprisingly appear and disappear at will, as their vision have been elusive to many, especially to strangers there. As for those who have tried to extract treasures or something of value from these buried cauldrons, they have never been seen again. In 1853, the famous explorer Dogmack went into one of these mysterious lands and said he'd found a kind of very large cauldron sunk near a stream. He observed that it was made of a material similar to copper, but it was not this metal at all. Inside were trees that grew strangely. Another one who explored this region citing the mysterious cauldrons was Mikhail Petrovitch, who made 3 trips to this area on different dates: 1933, 1937 and 1947, coming to appreciate up to 7 of these spheres. On several occasions, Korteski tried to extract a sample of the material, but it was impossible, because not only did he resist the blows without fracturing them, they left no marks whatsoever due to the impact, although a hammer and chisel were used. According to the explorer, these spheres present a coated material that is also unbreakable and even unharmed by bumps or scratches, as if it was uselessly tried to fracture it to extract a sample. In one of these opportunities, Kortesky and his companion slept outdoors near the cauldrons. Nothing happened at the moment. But amazingly, after 2 months, one of these men began to lose all his hair. For his part, Kortesky also lost part of his hair, but only in the area that his head was closest to the floor whilst he slept. In this part of his head where he lost his hair, there were also 3 painful red spots, which he kept for the rest of his life. In his last exploration, Kortesky found near one of the cauldrons a black stone in a hemispherical shape and soft to the touch, which he took with him. To his surprise, this stone had the property of cutting the glass as easy as if it were butter. This black stone became a sensation in the town where Kortesky lived, where the neighbours continually asked for it on loan when they needed to cut glass. At present, the fate of this mysterious black stone is unknown, because Kortesky gave it to his grandfather in 1937, and he went to prison where he died in 1968, without ever revealing the whereabouts of this sphere. In other times, there have also been various attempts to study these cauldrons in depth. For example, in 1936, a geologist tried vainly to locate these mysterious spheres. Likewise, in 1971, a hunter discovered an immense metal sphere on the ground inside which he said he'd seen 3 very thin beings with black skin and a kind of metal armour. This hunter was fascinated by the vision and tried to return on a second occasion, but sadly died before trying. Likewise, in 1979, an archaeological expedition was carried out with the purpose of locating and studying these mysterious objects of unknown origin, but it was in vain, since it was impossible to find even one of them. It was as if they had completely been buried. In short, Russia contains many amazing mysteries, and a good example of this are the Cauldrons of Vilya, which, if you ever go to Yakutia region, you may have the opportunity to appreciate with your own eyes, and thus verify that they really do look like the objects from another world. But how about this for a thought? A very, very long time ago, someone constructed in what is known as the Valley of Death a complex that still today is protecting Earth from meteorites and asteroids. Of course, such a suggestion is staggering. It is hard even to contemplate such a possibility. It follows that for thousands of years, something existed alongside us that exceeds not only our current achievements, but even our boldest fantasies about what might be achieved, and we fail to notice it. Naturally, none of those who research the various scientifically inexplicable consequences of the Tunguska catastrophe could have imagined that all the tactics left by the explosions were the result of the activities of some ancient cosmic defense complex left by unknown builders. And also think of this. What might be the black light satellite? Do you suppose it's sending signals to Earth, to these very cauldrons, if we happen to have a meteorite come too close to us? It makes you think, doesn't it? Leave a comment in below in the section I'd like to know your thoughts on these cauldrons. Thank you for listening.